Hey guys, KP Jax. Today we are on our way to a company here where we live to get our hair checked. Why are we doing that? Well, school started and my daughter's best friend was out of town for all of summer. And so right before school was getting back in session, she came over to stay the night. And she was at our house for like 2 or 3 hours, and then she left because she was homesick for her mom. Well, a couple days go by, and my daughter starts complaining about her head. And lo and behold, her friend shared lice with her.
Head lice are tiny little bugs that love your head.
Which actually turned out to be her friend's sister, who still didn't know that she had lice, who was like infested like an outbreak monkey. And so we got it. Well, I didn't get it, luckily enough. I think I just put too much gel in my hair, so everything suffocates all the time. My twins got it. My wife got it. So it's been about a month. We've gone
in
through
1
2 rounds
mile,
of Nicks,
turn left.
and now we're going to a company that apparently takes care of it because we cannot get rid of this junk. There was a report out that I read a couple months ago about Super Lice, and so, I was hoping, we'd never get lice, but having kids, you figure you're going to get at least once. I think I had it once when I was like 5 years old, and it's not because you're dirty, it's not because of anything, it's because somebody else got it, and they shared it, their head touched your head, or whatever they were playing with got near you, and there was one freaking bug on it, or two, and next thing you know, you're covered in bugs. So we've been going through the process of washing everything, drying everything, bagging everything up, treating everything, bleaching everything, lysoling everything, and using Nicks and all the other stuff and some other home remedies, trying that, and none of it's worked. We're going on about week 3 or 4 now, and a friend of mine recommended a company that he ended up having to use a couple years ago because his daughter had the exact same thing happen, where their friends didn't tell him that their daughter had lice, and they let their kid come over every day and eventually ended up sharing it. So we're on our way. Hopefully I'll be able to get some video of the inside of this place, but they check your head, but then they also put this weird zapper, I don't even know how to explain it. Hopefully I'll get some video or pictures of it. They put this thing on your head that's supposed to go pretty much strand by strand of your hair and kill all the bugs and all the eggs and whatever. And they put I think it's like a 30-day guarantee on it. But lice, you suck, you serve no purpose whatsoever. I'm sure your purpose was to feed some other animal that is slightly bigger than you. I don't know, but it's just crazy. So that's my thing this morning.
Scientists have recently identified super lice, resistant to the main chemical in over-the-counter treatments. The so-called super lice have now spread to 25 states. To kill these super lice, experts advise first try learning how to comb them out. Use over-the-counter treatments repeatedly over several weeks. Ask your doctor for prescription treatments. Wash clothing and linens in hot water.
All right, so quick update. This place is called Fresh Heads. It's here in Jacksonville, Florida, in Bartram Park. And hopefully they can get rid of these bugs out of my kids' hair, because
ain't nobody got time for that.
As many as 12 million American school children between the ages of 3 and 11 get lice each year. Lice spread through direct contact with hair or headgear of infected people.
It can affect anyone of any age. And the primary way you can get it? Head-to-head contact.
Small children transmit it generally in school, during playtime.
Lice can easily be spread on objects like hairbrushes, hats, clothing. And believe it or not, the newest way people are transmitting lice is by taking selfies.
All right, so no bugs on me, so that's good. Unfortunately, my kids do have it, and they saw it right away, so it takes a long time. They have this machine that they hook up that dehydrates them. It takes about 30 minutes per person, and then they have to comb through, and they have to do all this other stuff, and it takes like an hour and a half per person to treat somebody. So that's what you have to do in order to get rid of lice these days. So I remember when I was little, all we did was, you know, wash your hair, and then we shampooed, and then, you know, mom and dad picked through your hair. So that's what we did when I was little. But apparently it's changed. These lice are like super lice now, so it's a little ridiculous on what it takes to do this. So in this place, Fresh Heads, they do offer like a $5 insurance program. So basically you come, you get treated, and then what you do is within about 3 weeks you come back and you get your head checked out for free. And the price per person, I believe it was like $135 or $145 per person. It's no joke. But the amount of time it takes is ridiculous. And with my wife and kids having, I mean, that's 4 people times $145. So in order for us to get rid of lice that we have not been able to get rid of for about a month now, you're talking, this thing is going to cost ridiculous amounts of money. Just no joke amounts of money on to get rid of, but they guarantee it that you won't get it for at least the next 30 days, which is crazy because if she goes back to school and in a month some other kid comes in with lice, we have to go through it all again. So just crazy, but it's what you have to do in order to get rid of lice these days, because they are becoming more and more resistant to the chemicals that we use to treat them. I called their pediatrician, you know, and they recommended the over-the-counter stuff, and they're like, you know, you can do that, but it may or may not work. We can prescribe something to you. The problem with the prescription is insurance doesn't cover it. And I was like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Well, not like lice are pre-existing conditions, but we went and I talked to them. They recommended a couple things. They said they could prescribe a couple things, and I looked it up, and yeah, insurance doesn't cover it because there's over-the-counter options. So if you use the over-the-counter option, which, you know, I mean, the Nix is like, you know, $25, and it may not work. The prescription grade stuff is like $200 for a little 4 to 6 ounce bottle. With insurance, because insurance doesn't cover it, so you have to go and pay out of pocket $200 and something for this little bottle to wash hair, and then it's not even really good to use it on your kids because it's not exactly the safest thing. We just go back to like the 1800s. We'll just wash their hair in kerosene, but you know, my wife looked at me like I was a nut job talking to her about that. I was like, yeah, we just use gasoline or kerosene, and, you know, obviously not near an open flame, but then you just wash it out, and, you know, hopefully that stuff would kill it. But yeah, so lice is no joke, and they do not discriminate with dirty hair or clean hair or whatnot. They don't care. If they want to be on your head, they're going to live on your head. So if you ever find one, you got to be thorough and fanatical about removing them.